Hello, welcome to another What's Sold on eBay video. In this one, so far anyway, I've got 16 items that are due to go out. There's a few interesting items amongst these, so I thought I would share this one with you guys. What I might do with it only being 16 items, I might add like another day's worth of sales on at the end. Something like that to kind of bump it up from the 16, we'll see as we go. Maybe next time I have a kind of interesting sales day, I will add that in and make it like a double kind of episode. But for now, we have, as I say, 16 items. I'm going to start with something that I've had for a little while, but it's a very interesting looking item. I'll show you what I mean. 1 second. So this is it. I bought this from a car boot sale about a year ago, and not hardly any interest whatsoever since I put it up, if I'm being honest. So when I got an offer through of £100, I thought I'd accept it. I had it up at quite a lot more than that. But I was happy to do 100 after it being sat here for so long with no interest. And that's what it is right there. It's very cool. It's made out of fiberglass. Possibly might have come out of like a bank or a building society at some point in the past, but I can't be sure about that. I did have a good look into it. Couldn't find this particular crest out there. Had a really good look. I found similar things. Yeah, I've put in there Leeds and Holbeck, so I think that's what the area I kind of tracked it down to. And next to this Jenga game, $19.99 plus postage. That's the full asking price. And it should just be on this shelf, I think. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, it's here. It's right in front of me. It was just on there. Don't know why I moved it. But yeah, that's all it is. It's unused, I think. Not quite sure, where this would have originally been sold. Would it have been sold along with the alcohol at the time of sale? Like maybe, you buy a bottle and you get this free. Not really sure. And if I'm being honest, I can't remember exactly where I bought this from. But I know I've not had it that long. Within the last 6 months anyway. Maybe boot sale, possibly. Next we have this Minnie Mouse Funko Pop. I got £12.50 plus postage on this. And this was part of that big bundle of Mickey and Minnie Funko Pops that I got from the indoor car boot sale, the Cattle Market one. This is in box K, which is just there. Which one is it? It's a Minnie Mouse 1188. I think it's that one. Is it that one? Yeah. 1188, good condition. Kind of a little bit of slight wear to the box, like right there. But pretty good overall. Next we have another one of these, £19.99 plus postage. I think this is either the second to last or third to last one I've got. Let's see. Yeah, 2 more left now after this one. These done well, these. 2 or 3 years ago, I really didn't know much about Funko Pops at all. I kind of stayed away from them, but I started looking into them a lot more, and there's a lot out there, so you're not always going to make money on these, and you got to kind of... I found these earlier in the year from a retail store. They were heavily reduced. I think it was like 50 or 60% off. There weren't many like sold comps out there at the time, so it was a little bit of a risk buying them, really, but I know how much people love the Add Icons, the McDonald's Funko Pops. I know how much people love Grimace, and, Add Icons, Grimace, Christmas, can't go too far wrong. Next is this Silver Flash aftershave set. I got $34.99 plus postage on this, so I accepted an offer. That was £5 off the asking price. And I've had this a little while, since like the beginning of the boot sale season. I remember the people I bought this off, I had other items off them, some of which were really, really good. Some placemats, had this like little ceramic dog, the Italian dog, that was alright, that's pretty good. And more, I had more stuff from them. This one was just like a random extra thing I kind of bought as I was looking at the things I actually wanted to buy. I was just like, how much on that? And it wasn't a lot at all, a couple of pounds. Now, it did have a slight kind of crack in the front of it, which was unfortunate. I didn't know that at the time of purchasing. But regardless, obviously I've quoted that in the listing and still sold. Well, I knew it'd sell come Christmas, if not before. It's in box F. Oh, sorry, it's just here. There it is. Just there. Yeah, it's very cool. I know a lot of people out there kind of collect perfume and aftershave bottles, and I mean, this is a pretty good one. It's like each tyre is the aftershave, and the body is just, you know, just for display. Next is these. It's my first set of these to sell. They've gone for $24.99 plus postage. I did have them up at quite a bit more than that to begin with, and I've been bringing the prices down on all of them, and I'm quite happy to get 25 quid on these. I paid 50p each, so that's basically £3 into $24.99 plus postage, but then minus fees and everything. So, you know, we're not making a huge amount, but not a bad kind of markup from £3 to 25. If I can do the same with the rest, then I'll be doing all right. They are just here. Let me see. I think it's bundle 2. Is it bundle 2? Bundle 2, yeah. Which is going to be down near the bottom. Yeah. Just bear with me a second, I'll grab them. Oh, there they are. Set of 6. Kind of vintage 80s. And yeah, got a load of these from, I think it was the last boot sale of the year that I went to. Next is these tin baubles. I got $6.99 plus postage on these. I had them up at $8.99 plus postage. Not a lot of money in these. They're in pretty good condition. So 2 more items from in here. The rest are down in the shed, so we'll go grab them in a second. But for now, we got this Loungefly pencil case. This is another like online arbitrage deal that I got. I got these very, very cheap for what they are anyway. And I think I got them for about £10 each. I've been selling them for between like £23 and £30. I think I got £30 for 1 or 2 of them. This one's gone for 24 plus postage, just here. And then lastly, from in here, we've got these McDonald's toys bundle. Had these for quite some time now, a couple of years. They've been listed. $9.99 plus postage on these. If you're wondering how I was getting on with my McDonald's toys, I'll show you in a second. It's kind of underneath all this. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to kind of clear this off and I'll show you what we've got left of the McDonald's toys. Not that many, really. Compared to what I had when I started, I had boxes and boxes and boxes full. I'll show you what I mean. 1 second. So this is everything I now have McDonald's toys wise. Although I do have a few bits in here, but not a lot at all. And I've also just started listing another bundle of McDonald's toys that I got from a boot sale for very cheap, and there's some good stuff amongst them. But yeah, some of these are kind of drips and drabs, and I don't necessarily even expect them to ever sell, if I'm being honest. Like all of these here. So we've got like the blue ones, the green, Grimace. I mean, they might do alright just by themselves, like a couple of quid plus postage by themselves, with Grimace being quite popular. Yeah, I could probably do a couple of things to get this stuff sold, to be honest. Like these are just like the leftovers of these. I was selling these for decent money for quite some time, but these are the ones that either have damage or they don't work quite right. And in fact, these, so what I've sold, which I'm going to show you in a second, it's these, but a full set of 4 of them. These vehicles are actually from these, so they do tend to sell when they're complete like that, in the little kind of capsules, not so much when they're loose. So I don't know, there's ways of doing it though. I could bundle these with other stuff, you know, switch it up a bit, see what happens. These in here are from a newer bundle, so this is all like a newer bundle's worth of stuff. This was fully full when I started selling it. Now we're down to about half way. There's still a few decent bits in there which I know will sell. And then in here, these are all Disney or like cartoon, like Warner Brothers stuff. Mostly Disney. Got all sorts of like random bundles. And then underneath, we've got like just more kind of mixed bundles of different characters, like in vehicles. And that's almost it. I've got the Dragonettes, which are the little dragon toys, like the PVC kind of plastic dragons there in the shed. They were selling quite well. There's a few in there, and then there's a few sets in here, and that's it. It's not a lot compared to what I had. We really don't have many left now, which is good. I started recording it all for about a year, and I'd got up to a few £100 of profit, and then I just kind of stopped. I just stopped after that. I kind of thought it's not really worth anyone's while me continuing on recording this like this. So I just thought, whatever, you know, we've done all right. We've gone into profit. It was just really to kind of see, was it worth it or not for the time I'd spent, like cleaning them and bundling them up. And it was worth it. And, you know, not all McDonald's toys, Happy Meal toys, like, you know, Kinder toys and all, you know, food related giveaway toys and stuff like that. Not all of them are great, but some of them are. And if you have a little bit of knowledge of which ones are good, like the Furby ones are quite good, for instance. Yeah, a little bit of knowledge and you can do okay. If you're out there at the boot sale, you don't have to do what I do and like buy the whole lot, which is what I often do. And then I just kind of enjoy digging through, and the stuff that's not any good, I'll just have to redonate in the end. I like to give these things a chance. I know a lot of people out there, if it's not sold within like 3 months, 6 months, then they think it's a fail and it's never going to sell. But that's just simply not true. From my experience, things can take a few years to sell sometimes. Now you got to say, is it really worthwhile waiting that long? And it all depends on the item you have. You know, some people think that eBay is like a fast, or reselling is like a fast thing. It's a fast bit of money here and there, and it can be, I guess, depending on what you sell. But I've always played the long game doing this, and if you've been watching the channel for a while, then you know that. But that's just the way I do it. I don't mind sitting on this stuff for a little bit. I know not everyone could do that. Not everybody wants their money kind of tied up in stock. But when you think about it, when you're buying stuff from boot sales and charity shops at the right price, it's not a lot of money you've got sat there in stock, really. So that's where we're at with the McDonald's toys. Nobody asked for that update, but there you go, you got it anyway. There they are, full set 4. Let's go grab the stuff from downstairs. Next is this set of Dungeons and Dragons tubs. I got $8.99 plus postage on these. Got these from Aldi for 99p a set, and I probably would have bought more. That's all they had. Sometimes if it's something particularly good, if I get it on, I try and get these things on like quick, soon as I get them, because if they do turn out to be good, and it's happened a few times before where things turn out to be really good from Aldi or from B&M's, Home Bargains, that kind of place, then I will quickly go and buy more. If not from that shop, I'll maybe drive around to a few in the area and buy up what they've got as well. Doesn't happen often, but now and again it does. With these were long gone. They were clearing them off, and I've not seen them in the store again since. I've been to 2 different Aldis, and yeah, I've never seen them since. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes you get these things, end of line, clearance, whatever. Sell them, you might never see them again. But obviously not a lot of money, 99p into $8.99 plus postage after fees and everything else, but it's very easy. Next is this, I never know how to pronounce this. Is it Pompido? I want to say Pidgey for some reason, but Pompido, whatever it is. Dinosaur. This is the same brand as I've had before in like the frogs or the toads. Had them quite a few times in the past. I think I sold an owl one recently. But this one, it's a dinosaur. Never seen dinosaur ones out there before until I saw this. There you go, that's what to look out for. Oh, it nearly went then. It nearly went. That's the brand. So it's a money box, and they're just kind of unique. People seem to like them. £19.99 plus postage. I think I paid £2 on this one from a boot sale, if I remember right. I nearly always find them at boot sales. I don't think I've ever found them anywhere else before, like charity shops. The last item from the small shed is this. This went for £89.99 plus postage. It's a Port Marion extra large roasting dish. I had this up for quite a lot more for quite some time. Had this over a year. I just thought that it would go for like, I think I had it about 125, something like that, for quite some time. I thought somebody would come and buy it. It's probably somebody from America. I've had a few people come in and buy Port Marion from America for quite a lot before, but never really gained any traction, this one. Very little interest. Lowered it down a few months ago to £89.99, and now it's just, you know, randomly sold. I'm guessing Christmas around the corner, maybe somebody wants to do the turkey in it or something. It's just down here, but look at it. I don't know if you can tell. God, it's heavy. It's heavy. That's a really big Port Marion. Don't drop this one, Mike. Come on. And next is this money box from a place called the Forbidden Corner. Is it a museum or some kind of place of interest, gardens or something like that? Somewhere up north in England. You know, considered visiting this place a couple of times in the past, but we never have done up to now. Maybe we should next time we're in that area. It's just in here. There it is. Very unique looking. Yeah, did I say how much this went for? It went for £16 plus postage. Next is this Jack Skellington mug. This went for £13.99 plus postage. I'm pretty sure this was from the people who had bought all the Funko Pops, like the Stranger Things Funko Pops. Also got some Laura Ashley stuff off them at St Michael's, Billsborough, a car boot sale earlier this year. I'm sure this was one of the ones from them. I bought 2 or 3 mugs from them. Bundle price, so can't remember exactly how much I paid. A couple of pounds maybe 3. Especially these days, I tend not to spend more than £2 or £3 on a mug unless it's very special or I've had it before. I know it sells for good money. Otherwise, I just don't. It's not worth it. Next is this Chodziers I won a casserole terrine dish. Went for £14.99 plus postage. I think this is Polish, if I remember rightly. I got a bit of this stuff. Got this terrine and I got various other things from the same range. It was all part of a bundle of stuff that I got from a shop, and they wanted to kind of remain anonymous, so yes, that's all I will say. It was from a shop. Big load of stuff, big boxes full of ceramics. They were all kind of mixed. Some of them were broken, some of them were, well, all of it was dirty and needed a really good clean. But amongst it all, there was some pretty good stuff. This was an alright thing, you know, £15 plus postage. I also got a Disney lamp, which is just there. That's pretty cool. Need to get that listed. Anyway, it's just here. So if you money-wise into this, very little, like 50p, a pound, that kind of thing, if that. There it is. This one won't be too difficult to package this. It's, not too heavy either. It's the brand. Never had this brand before, so I couldn't tell you if it's a particularly good one or not, to be honest. Yeah, I couldn't find much out there when I was searching it up. And lastly, we have this Le Creuset pan, little one with lid. Nice condition, inside and out. Yeah. See, a little bit like that is absolutely fine. Like, people still buy them, no problem at all. It's when it gets like worse than that and it's all kind of scraping away, all the kind of enamel inside is damaged. Like this one I've got here, which I've not listed yet, which I bought from a boot sale. I've got the other one listed. I had an oval one as well, a Chasseur branded one. That's listed. That should do okay. This Le Creuset, even though it's massive, it's a big Dutch oven one. The condition is very ropey. Somebody will still have it. Maybe somebody will buy it as like a display thing in their kitchen because it'll still look pretty impressive. when you can't see inside of it, or replacement lid or something, I don't know. But it owes me practically nothing. It was £10 for the two. I'll make my money back going to the profit on the other one. But yeah, this one's nice. If it had a wooden handle rather than a plastic handle, then it would have been better. Bit of kind of corrosion there on the metal bit of the handle. But all in all, it was a good pan, £25. It's right in that very corner, so bear with me a second, I'll grab it. There it is, that's the last item. So as I said earlier in the video, at this point I'm going to cut to a few days, maybe even a week or so in the future. Next time I have what I deem to be like a more interesting kind of sales day, I figured with like the crest and things like this, a bit unusual, and just kind of a good mixture of things from different boot sales, different bundles, some things that I've not had long, some things I've had for quite some time. So I thought it was just a good kind of variety on this one. Fast forward to the future. So it's a few days later, and out of the 16 items that I've got that need to go out today, I thought there was some interesting items amongst them, so figured I would share this one with you guys. So let's go for it, let's see what we've got. These 16 items total over £350 worth of sales. That's not profit, that's the sale price. So first today we have this McDonald's Loungefly pencil case. This went for £27.50 plus postage. I'm making around, I think it's about £12 to £14 profit all in. These are a bit of an online arbitrage item. I bought quite a few of these, maybe 8 or something, from a website, 5 months ago, something like that. And I thought they'd do well around Christmas. They've been kind of slow, but I have sold a few of them now. 2 of them, 3 of them, something like that. And next we have a Funko Pop. It's a Halloween themed one. I got £14.99 plus postage on this. At that price, I'm only making about £4 profit on this. So not a lot, but obviously we're after Halloween now, so I'm surprised any have sold really after Halloween. But it's a really cool looking one, this, I think it is. It's got these little pails, which I think they used to do in McDonald's, but I think it was an American thing. I don't remember them ever being a thing over here, but I could be wrong. And I think they recently brought these back over in America for a short period of time around Halloween in some capacity at McDonald's. I saw something online about it anyway on Facebook. It might have been one of those things that doesn't actually exist and somebody's just kind of made it up. Yeah, I might have to keep one of these for myself. Really like it. The only thing that would make it better is if it glowed in the dark. That'd be good. Next is this little mini arcade machine, 240 games by Orb Gaming. This went for £13.50 plus postage. And I have a very similar one to this, still in its box but used, that I've got up a bit higher than this. I accepted an offer on this, came down a few pounds on this. So next we have this Hulkbuster toy. I bought this from a car boot sale. I've had 2 of these in recent times. The last one sold for £25. This one, somebody sent an offer of £21.50 plus postage and I accepted it. That's fine because I only paid, £2 or £3 for it, I think, for a boot sale. And it's just up here. Now you can get these, some of these that are even better than this. And they're actually still selling something very similar to this at Disney parks, in the Disney parks shops. So doesn't, it looks a little bit different, but same kind of thing. And new, they're asking quite a bit for them. I can't remember how much exactly. There's a version of this where it opens up on the front, and you can actually fit one of those large, like tall figures inside of it. Now they go for good money, or they used to when I looked into it last time. But yeah, £21.50 plus postage, that's alright. Next is this Friend Central Perk LED light. I bought this from a boot sale a few months back for about £5, and I thought this was going to be a really good one, but no, I think it was from maybe like Primark or something, and therefore there's loads of them out there, and they don't tend to go for a lot. I got £12.50 plus postage on this, which is about as much as you're going to get really, unless it's brand new box still, which obviously this isn't. Yeah, that's about as much as you're going to get, which I don't know. I thought it'd still be worth more than that, but hey, can't win them all. So that's what it's like lit up. I tried my best to get photographs of this, but to be perfectly honest, it's not the best sign ever when lit up. That kind of is how it is. So I can see it, you know, it doesn't look that great. And that's just how it is. I kind of thought that maybe this would all light up as well, these bits, but they don't. It's literally just that, and it's a bit kind of in your face. I don't know, maybe somebody can make it work in the right location, but that's probably why it's not quite as maybe popular as it could have been if it was a nicer, kind of more subtle colour, you know, not so bright. See, that's the thing sometimes. It's something I often think about. Like, it's all very well and good, you know, you're selling the item, obviously a company's made that item to the specifications and it is what it is. But sometimes you buy stuff and you list it and you're kind of like, I'm not quite sure about this item, just the quality of it. I mean, this isn't too bad, but there's other stuff I've sold before where you look at it and you think, you know, it is what it is and there's nothing technically wrong with it, but do I really want to be selling this? Like, it's either something that I feel like is going to have some kind of issues down the road. You know, nothing like kind of serious or dangerous or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, the quality of the item sometimes, you know, you buy it and maybe you've tested it or, you know, cleaned it or whatever, and you just kind of look at it and you think, don't think I would buy this again, like almost straight away. But you kind of like, well, I bought it now. I'm going to have to kind of sell it and hope that, you know, the person who's receiving it is happy with it. Next is this Jurassic World T-Rex Primal Attack Roaring Dinosaur. I've had this for ages. I don't know why I've had it for so long without it selling. I only got 15 quid for it plus postage. Now, I'm sure these used to go for a lot more than this, but I would say I've had it up for ages, had no interest. When the £15 offer came in, I was like, yeah, that will have to do on this one. It's in box A. Maybe it's just because there's so much like Jurassic World stuff out there, like toys and that people don't really want the old stuff as much, unless it's like the proper old stuff, like the real vintage stuff. Could be that, it could just be this particular one is not that desirable. It could be that it's been listed for so long and maybe I've not tweaked the listing recently, changed the price or ended it and sold similar on it, and it's just not being viewed by anyone, really. Maybe that's what it is. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's a decent toy. It kind of... There's no batteries in it, so it's not going to roar, but you kind of press this button here, and it does that. I'm only worth £15, you know. Next is this Simon's Cat brand new sealed mug. I got this from a charity shop recently for, I think it was £1.50, something like that. And it sold to somebody in Germany for £9.99 plus postage. Not a huge amount of money on this. Some of the Simon's Cat stuff, I've had a few bits before that have done all right. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a brand that I know that much of, but it is a brand that I have heard of a few times in the past. I've seen it out there. It's in box J. Can anybody tell me any interesting facts about Simon's Cat? Because I really don't know much about it, really. Apart from, you know, it's alright to resell sometimes. Obviously it's a small profit. But this kind of stuff come this time of year, you know. If somebody had like, I don't know, 20 of these, like a bulk lot, would I have bought them all for like £1 each? Yeah, probably would. They would have sat for a while, but they would have gone eventually. I probably would have lowered the price down less than a tenner if I had loads. If it was like a quantity 20 or something, and I could make a £5 clear profit for each one I sell, I'd do that all day long. I'd do that all day long, especially this time of year. Next we have Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers. I bought a few figures from a boot sale for, what were they, £3 each, I think, something like that. A couple of larger ones, a couple of smaller ones. I think the bazooka guy has sold already for something like £12, £15, something like that. This guy went for £39.99 plus postage, and I've not put him away yet, so I'm just thinking, where is this guy? It's a bit messy in here, I know. I'm back from America. Everything's a bit kind of disorganized right now. You know, usually I'm fairly good at getting the stuff, bringing it up, sticking it in the boxes, writing it down, or putting it on my app, or putting it on the eBay app, straight on the eBay app, as to where the item is. But sometimes you just get a bit behind with this stuff. Right, 1 second, I'll find it. There he is. He was just in this box here. Yeah, so it's not the first time I've found Small Soldier toys just kind of randomly sat there, like later on in a boot sale. Yeah, I don't know. I thought everyone knew. I mean, this is not my kind of era either, so I know of Small Soldiers, but it wasn't my era of toys at all. And there's quite a few, it seems to be quite a few of these out there that are not working properly, so maybe that's why it's worth a little bit. Maybe they're often not working, but the ones I got were all fine. Next is this Hot Wheels Crazy Train. Got $11.99 plus postage on this. I had it up at $13.99, accepted an offer. That's in box R, which is just down here. So I'll just grab it off camera 1 sec. It is just that. So another benefit of reselling is buying items and then using them before then reselling them. So this particular item here, you may have seen me pick this up in a previous video. Got it from a charity shop, paid up a bit for it. I think I paid $40 for it, something like that. We took it to Disney with us. We went to Ohana's, which is a restaurant in the Polynesian resort. You get to meet Stitch, you get to meet some other characters, and I'll put a bit of footage in as I'm talking of that, because it was really good. Possibly the best meal we had, maybe. Best breakfast we had, definitely. We did a couple of character dining experiences. You can go mad there, you can do loads and meet all sorts of different characters. To be honest, we're not really into like the whole meeting of characters and stuff. Although we did do some, not saying we didn't, but we're not, it wasn't like high up on our priority list. But we thought, we've got to do a couple while we're there, right? And got to meet Stitch, we took this, and I have now listed it on eBay. So I'd listed it before we went. Not really any interest, but I listed it over £100. I don't think it's quite worth that much, although it's very rare. I only saw one person with this bag in the whole time we were there at Disney. And I would have, you know, I'm always on the lookout for lounge flies out there, seeing what other people have got, because there's some really cool ones that they don't make anymore out there. But as I say, only one person out there had this, so I do think it is quite rare, but it's maybe not worth quite the £100 plus that I thought it was. But we've used it for a couple of days there, you know, got our use out of it. It's still in perfect condition. I've gone over it with a fine-tooth comb. So I had unlisted the item before we left. I've now relisted it again. I brought the price down to, I think it's about 95 or 90, I think I put it up at. And I'd probably take like 70, 75 for it. You know, Stitch. People love Stitch. What is it about Stitch? I mean, I like it. I like the film. I wouldn't say I love the film. I like the film. I kind of get why people like him. Or it. Or her. It. But I don't know. What is it? What is it about Stitch? I'm pretty sure when the film came out, it wasn't all that successful. I think it was kind of successful. But I feel like in the years after that, it's gained some kind of crazy following. And people love Stitch. They just do. Like, you find Stitch everywhere. Like Mickey Mouse. I think Stitch might be like second to Mickey and Minnie Mouse with Disney these days. It feels like it is, because he's on everything, isn't he? Like, you go into any shop and you wouldn't be surprised to see Stitch on something. So I don't know. Let me know. What is it about Stitch? Interesting to hear what people think. Do you love Stitch? Is Stitch your favourite character? Going a bit off track here, like I do. But while I'm talking about Disney, yeah, there's going to be a series of Disney vlogs over on my other channel, Adventure ASPIN. They will be coming as and when, because the priority is the reselling, reselling videos, and actually selling stuff. That is my priority, but The other channel, you know, I will be getting those videos out as quickly as I possibly can. The idea is once I get rolling with them, one a week. So that is it for up here. We've got a few items from downstairs, a couple of fragile things. I'll show you in just a second. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see there, but we had some crazy wind over the last few days and it's stripped some of the felt off my shed, my big shed. So it looks like I'm gonna have to do it again. At least down the middle, it seems to be okay. It's just the middle part in areas there's nothing at all. So any rain coming down is pretty much going to be coming straight in. So I'm going to have to get that sorted. Another job added to the list. Yeah, it's like really crazily like calm now after such a lot of wind. Like, and we've had it bad here, but certain areas of Wales and like the southwest have had it like really bad, and it was just howling and. You know, you start worrying about your roof and you start worrying about your vehicles and you're thinking, what if something comes off the roof? Right, so what have we got from in here? We've got a couple of items in here. Firstly, possibly the worst item out of everything is this otter jar. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. I can only presume it was very cheap. Because look at it. I mean, it's all right, I guess. I mean, somebody likes it out there, I guess. But they've only spent £7 plus postage on it. So I'm going to be making very little on this. It's just there. It's not a big jar, so it's not like it's a nightmare to package or anything. Just grab it. Just a little one. What's the brand? Ashdale Pottery. So from the worst item to the best item, this one went for £106 plus postage. This is one I bought from a car boot sale. She had loads and loads of ancient Egypt stuff. I bought a few bits, but she had loads. I tried to negotiate a price. In fact, I actually went back to the same person on 2 other occasions after that on other days and tried to negotiate on other stuff she had, and we didn't really get anywhere. Not even like late on in the season, she still had loads of certain things left, but she just wouldn't come down. So, and I wouldn't, I'm willing to negotiate to some degree, but it was just too much. There wasn't enough money in it. But this was one of the better items. I did pay up a bit for it. I can't think exactly how much it was, but we're still making a good profit there, selling it for 106. It's in good condition, although one of the figures was damaged by myself, unfortunately. I repaired it and declared it, obviously. But it's quite an unusual thing. Ancient Egypt related stuff is fairly new to me. And obviously this isn't old. Obviously, I don't need to say that really, do I? But there you go. It's not old. I mean, it's kind of like 90s, maybe 80s, 90s, maybe 2000s even. So next is this. This went for $29.99 plus postage. It's Hornsey contrast. Kind of a bit of a random set. We've got like 4 cups and saucers. Then we've got like an espresso cup, like a random like little creamer, a sugar jar, a larger milk jug. It's just a bit of a random one, this. I think this was part of that big bundle of Hornsey contrast that I got that was all this in a bag. There was lots of different stuff. And then this was just kind of some of the leftover random pieces, really. It is just on this shelf here. So as you can see here, the condition is not fantastic on these. Obviously all declared, very mixed condition. So hopefully they've looked at all the photographs and read my description, as people don't still sometimes. But there you go. I think I've had some people say before, at this point, would you contact the customer and maybe just make sure that they're aware of the issues with the item? And no, I don't do that, because it just gives them an excuse to just kind of say, actually, no, don't bother. Whereas, the photos were clear, the description is clear. If they've not read it, that's down to them, not down to me. Some would argue that maybe, well, you're going to waste a lot of time sending it if they're then going to return it back. And yes, but generally speaking, even with things with issues like this, very rarely people turn around and then want to return it. Very rare. It happens occasionally. As long as you describe the item properly, get the good photographs, then most people will just accept it. So next is this. This went for the full asking price of £13.99 plus postage. It's going to somebody over in Poland. It's a ceramic base with like silicone plastic lid. It's just there. And I was just saying to Claire the other day that I've not had any sales to people in Europe for ages. Like, we've had a lot of stuff going to the US and places outside of Europe, but we've had very little going to Europe. And then today we've got this one going to Poland, we've got something else going to Germany, and then we've got something going to somewhere else. I think it's like Israel or something. It's that kind of neck of the woods. So yeah, strange how, honestly, like, we've not had anything going abroad to those places anywhere in Europe for ages, like weeks and weeks, maybe months, and then all of a sudden we've got 3. Next is this toy hob set. I think it was from Early Learning Centre originally. This went for £27.50 plus postage. I had it up at 40, which was a bit high. It was a bit high, so I either sent the offer out or they sent an offer to me for £27.50, and I was happy to accept that. I didn't pay a lot for this at all. Got it from a boot sale. It was this, and I had a load of other random things in the bag as well when I got home, I think. Including one Hornsey item, if I remember rightly. I think there was like a bowl, like some kind of Hornsey bowl, and the bowls usually sell all right. So it's just in here. I'll grab it because I've got this stack of board games on top. These are kind of like the less desirable ones. Actually, I say that, they're not. That one is good. I've sold that a couple of times, including once this year, and it sold for good money. So I really need to get that listed. And this one is good. The plan was to get it listed before Halloween, but didn't happen. It didn't happen. It's just there's so many bits in that one. It's like a whole thing just to set it all up. So I was kind of hoping me and Claire would do that together just to kind of lessen the pain a little bit. But yeah, no excuse. I need to get that one. In fact, I'm going to pull those 2 out now. These need to be listed before Christmas. And this vampire one, actually, although the box is really bad. I think I've repaired it a bit because it was so bad. But yeah, that one, and that one, come on, mate. Get them out, get them listed. Maybe by the time I put this video out, I can get one sold, hopefully. Yeah, lots of room in this box now. More stuff. Next is this Minnie Mouse mug. I got £9.99 plus postage on this. Nothing too special about this one, to be honest. It's a bit of a larger mug at least, but yeah, recently I have unlisted all of my mugs, all of them, and then sold similar on them, and it's worked kind of. It's a few of them have sold that I've had for a good while. I lowered the prices down on some as well. Where is this one? I think this one might be over here actually. It's just here. Yep, there it is. And the last item is this Del Monte juice container jug. This went for £29.99 plus postage. I was quite surprised by that. I've had similar items before, never a Del Monte one though, that have not sold for nearly that much. I must have put it up high for a reason though. I'm guessing maybe when I went to list it, I saw one out there that had gone for good money. That's what it is. So it's a few days later now. It's Monday the 16th of December and I've got 33 items going out today. I thought what I would do is just put all these sales in one big long video. I know some of you guys out there like these longer videos, so this is going to be a really long one because I think I'll put my last sales going out before Christmas in this video as well, which will be probably on Wednesday, because I think Wednesday is like the final post day for second class posts, so a lot of people will be buying between now and then, and that will pretty much then be it. Although I do always get sales through Christmas, people still buy over Christmas, but it obviously like drops right off after the last kind of Royal Mail postal day. So here's 33 items that I've sold over the weekend. Let's have a look. So let's start with these wrestling belts. I got £34.99 plus postage on these 4. I actually sold these a couple of weeks ago to somebody, but they cancelled, so stuck them back up again. and they've sold for the full asking price this time of $34.99. Last time I accepted an offer and they only went for $29.99. I got these from 2 separate boot sales for around £1 each, and they all have issues. Various different issues, all declared in the listing, and these are in box U. So quite a lot of the stuff today is down in the shed, so got a few things to pick from here, and then we will go down. Quite a few fragile items to go out. Going to be a busy one, a busy day of packaging for me today. So next we have some cake tin liners. I am fast running out of these. There's not many left at all. I'll show you in a second. They're just behind here. I've sold 2 7-inch and 2 8-inch to one person, and then just 1 8-inch to somebody else. I'm guessing people are buying them to make things for Christmas cakes, I don't know, flans, quiches, whatever. And because they definitely had a bit of an upsurge in these over the last few weeks. They've always sold in the background, but recently they've definitely gone up quite a bit in the amount they've sold. So this is all that is left. This is all of them now. So what do we got? 2 7s and then 3 8s. 1, 2, 3. So if you're watching the channel for a while, you will have seen me pick these. It's kind of almost become a bit of a running joke, really, I think. What will I talk about when the cake tin liners have gone? I don't know. But yeah, nearly gone now. I don't make a lot on them at all, like £1, something like £1 each time I sell one. So it's not a lot, but I had hundreds of them. So yeah, we've definitely done all right with them. Next is this. I got £9.50, accepting an offer on this one, hide and seek, Lazy Town game, which is just up here. And I got this from a boot sale for very little. The guy who sold me this, in fact, he gave it me. He gave it me, didn't he? Because I bought a couple of other things off him really cheap, like 20p. I got like this little drum set, 20p. A couple of other things, like 20p or 50p for them. And I was like, what about this? And he was like, just take it. So it was complete and kind of rare. Not, you know, the best game in the world. But £9.50 for nothing, you know, that's all right, plus postage. Or should I say from nothing, not for nothing. Next is this. It's a London boutique tea set. I got this from a friend of mine, Bill. Thank you very much, Bill. Not seen you for a while. Hope you're doing okay. But Bill had a load of stuff that he sold me earlier in the year, and there was some good stuff amongst it. He did me a really good price. And this has taken a while to sell. It's been listed for quite a few months, but it's gone for full asking price, $39.99 plus postage, and it's just here. I never actually heard of this brand before, but since picking this up, I've had 1 or 2 other items from this brand, and it's an alright brand. It's alright if you can get it cheap enough. This is nice because it's in a nice, you know, nice kind of gift box, as you can see. I got these and an older vintage bundle, all from the same person. I paid up a bit. I think I paid about £15 for the lot, and it was from a boot sale. And these are gone for $29.99 plus postage. So there's my money back into the profit. And then the older, more desirable set, which I'm asking a bit more for, they'll go as well. They will. But I thought they might have gone this side of Christmas, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen now. Yeah, so they're just in here. I've only just put them in a box, actually. End of last week, I had a big sort out. I had a load of stock all here. I've managed to put it all in boxes now. Just getting around to it, you know. So many things going on when you're reselling. You always feel like you should be out there sourcing stuff. When you're not sourcing, you feel like you should be out there. When you are sourcing, you feel like you should be at home, like taking care of like organization and putting stuff away. And like it's just a constant like pull of, you know, should you be doing this? Should you be doing that? But I think as time goes on, I'm getting better and better. And I've got plans for this room over the next kind of week. I've got plans. It's going to look very different. Perhaps the next time you see this, hopefully, if I can find the time to do it, it's going to look quite different. I'll save that for either future video or later on in this video. Next we have this Royal Family jigsaw puzzle. I actually bought this a year ago. Thought it would sell last Christmas, but it didn't. $11.99 plus postage, so not a lot. I did pay about £4 or £5 for this. It's brand new sealed from a charity shop. So not a lot of money. I thought there'd be more in this one, but nope. That's okay. Glad to kind of move it on, make a little bit of money. Not a lot. Somebody will have a nice jigsaw puzzle. My dad used to love this. So did I actually as well, but yeah, my dad, he loved a bit of royal family. And check it out up there, I've got another Blackpool and the Fylde Coast Monopoly. I got that just the other day from the tip shop for only £1. I just had a random stop there, found it, and I was right happy after finding that. I was. Right now, as of recording this, nobody else has one for sale apart from 2 where they're brand new sealed and they're after about 90 quid for them. I've gone in at about 60, but I'd accept an offer of like 40 or 50 at this stage, so close to Christmas and everything. But for £1, that's pretty good. It's still out there. I've not found this one for a while now. And next we have these 4 books: Ghostology, Wizardology, Monsterology and Spyology. I got this bundle of books from a car boot sale. I think I paid £2 each, I think. And I just had a feeling about them. I hadn't never heard of them before, but the quality of them was just really good, and I thought maybe my kids would like these if nothing else. But I had a look into them, saw that they were worth a bit of money, listed them up at £49.99 plus postage, and I got 42. They're just here. I'll give you a very quick look at one, very quick. I'm very mindful that this video is going to be like really long, which, you know, is what it is. It is what it is. You either like that or you don't. I know a lot of people do though, because people tell me often that they really enjoy the longer videos. And right now with YouTube and the algorithm and everything else, it's these longer videos, not just like reselling, but just generally, that seem to do really, really well for people. Like I often watch some vloggers who do the Disney stuff, and their videos are like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes long. And that's fine with me. I enjoy them. I enjoy them. And like they're getting like crazy views and stuff. I mean, I don't do it for the views, but you know what I mean. I'll do shorter videos, I'll do longer videos, and everything in between. But just look at the quality of this. Yeah, good. Next is this, £13 plus postage on this. I had it up at £14.99 plus postage, accepted an offer. It is just here. It's in really good condition. It is complete, and I got it from Windyke car boot sale for £2 or £3, I think it was. And it's just, I bought it because I'd never seen it out there before. You know, it's not worth a ton, but it's a good, like, interesting looking game. Next is this jigsaw puzzle. £8.50 is what I had it up at, plus postage. I sent an offer out of £6.50 plus postage, and they accepted. Not a lot on this one. I only paid £1 for this for a boot sale. It's brand new sealed. I thought it would be worth a little bit more. I knew it wasn't going to be worth a load, but hey. Still a little profit. I'm going to need 2 hands for this one, just bear with me. There it is. You know, I didn't realise that I had sold so many like jigsaws and board games over the last few days, but I have. There's a few more to come yet. So next is this Mandalorian Star Wars set. I got £23.50 plus postage on this. I got this from Accrington Car Boot, the one that's inside of the multi-storey car park, earlier in the year, and I think I did pay up a bit for this. Did he want 15, do it for 10? Or did he want like 12, did he do it for 10? I think I paid about £10 for it anyway. And yeah, not as good as I thought it would be, but you know, there's still a profit there. Can't complain too much. I did have it up at about £10 more than this originally, but there's absolutely no interest at all. And while we're up there, this is sold as well for £12.50 plus postage. I bought this from Norcross Car Boot Sale for a couple of pounds. It's just there. So here's the Star Wars set, and this takes me right back to Disney, right back to the whole Star Wars themed area over there. It really does look like this. It's between this and Harry Potter, all the Harry Potter areas at Universal for the best themed areas, in my opinion. I mean, you got the Avatar area as well, Animal Kingdom. That is very good as well. But for me, it's a toss-up between, you know, Star Wars and Harry Potter for just how well themed the areas are. And this is the other item, Cluedo. And next is this. I got £22 plus postage on this, and this is the very last piece of Lemax stuff I have. I sold the last building, just the end of last week. Didn't do a video on that stuff just because I didn't have time on that day. But I sold a few interesting things, including the last Limax building. And then this is the very last Limax item. And I bought this separately from everything else. This was from somebody at Burzco car boot sale, and I paid £10 for this. And the kind of plan was to put it in with my village, but it just doesn't really fit in with what I've got going on. It's quite large for what it is as well. Had it listed for quite a bit more than this, but there's not that much interest in this particular one. They do still sell it new out there. £10 profit thereabouts on this one. I'll take that. I just wish I did have a big enough display to have it in my own Christmas village, but I don't. Maybe next year or the year after I could buy a similar thing myself, but right now don't need it. There's no point, keeping hold of it for that long. So the next item is this World of Tanks Revel model kit, brand new sealed, £9.99 plus postage, which is the full asking price, but I have had these up at quite a bit more than this and had little interest. I mean, I say little interest, I had a few of them, and this is the last one of this particular type. So they've sold, but they've been slow. They were a bad buy. When it's a bad buy, I'm going to say it's a bad buy. And these were a bad buy, even though I have made a little bit of profit. But if I knew they were going to be this slow, I wouldn't have bought them. I've had them now for a year, just over a year. So it's this one here. I've still got 2 battleships, and I've lowered them down to a tenner each now as well, just to clear them. This is something else that's not worth picking up. Baffle blocks. When I actually bought this, I remember scanning it in, and it was going, well, somebody had sold one for like really good money, like £20-30, something like that, and it was only £1 or £2 from a charity shop. And I was like, all right, yes, that's a good one, that. But it has sat for at least 2 years now, and I keep putting the price down until I got down to £5. I thought, is it even worth me bothering at this stage? But I put it at a £5. I think I sent an offer, I received an offer for £3 plus postage, and I thought that will do. I don't care at this stage. Get my money back, move on. So that's what I'm doing with this. I mean, I hope it's still in here because it's been in here for quite some time. There it is. There it is. Next we have a Buddy the Elf Funko Pop. I got £14.50 for this plus postage. Had it for £14.99. They came in at about £12, and I was like, I've only just reduced the price down from about £18-19 down to £14.99. So I was thinking I'm not going to be going that low. So I counted £14.50 and they accepted. So that's good. Bought this from a car boot sale for £2 earlier in the year. This is not from a bundle or anything. It was just a standalone one item I bought from somebody. And it is in box N. This one. In fact, there he is, right there. So I've actually gone through all the Funko Pops and I've reduced the vast majority of them down a little bit, not all of them, and some of the retail arbitrage ones I've not touched them price-wise. I sold out of the Grimace ones, by the way. I think I've mentioned this maybe earlier in this video, or possibly one of the past videos, that I had a load of Christmas Grimace McDonald's Funko Pops. Yeah, I saw the last one just a few days ago. So there's Buddy the Elf. I've not actually watched this film this Christmas yet, so I need to get onto that, don't I? We watched Home Alone and Home Alone 2 the other day. Next is this, the Next Generation Spock figure, £19.99 plus postage. That was the full asking price. I actually had a few people offer a bit lower than that, and I decided to hold out for a bit more, and I'm glad I did. Bought this from somebody at the indoor car park boot sale. Bought quite a few things off him, including the Manta Force ship. I think it was that same occasion actually I bought the Manta Force ship. This was £2 or £3. He had a load of different figures. Some of them were packaged, some of them were loose, and I bought a few bits from him. Oh, I got this as well from him on that occasion. I think this Turtles set, that'll go for good money when it eventually goes. It's a little bit damaged, which is unfortunate, otherwise I think it would have gone by now, but it's still pretty good. Next we have a couple more Funko Pops. We've got these 2 Christmas Mickey and Minnie Mouse Funkos, and these were from the car boot sale that's inside of a cattle market, that one in Clitheroe. and I got a big bundle of Funkos for, I can't remember exactly how much. I did like a little bit of a bundle of the ones I really wanted, and then I went back and bought like everything else she had, and I think in the end it worked out at maybe £2 or £3 per Funko Pop, something like that, maybe a little bit less than that actually. I got a load of stuff like thrown in at the end, including this salt and pepper shaker randomly, which I've actually just pulled out off the shelf because they don't seem to be listed anymore for some reason, so I need to get them listed again. But it was that one anyway, that boot cell. There's the Mickey, and is that the Minnie? Make sure I've got the right ones because there's a few similar looking ones. Yeah, so it's those two there. Now these, if you've been watching the channel for a few years, about 3 Christmases ago, maybe 4 Christmases ago, they were selling these in Home Bargains for cheap, like £2 or £3 each, like really cheap. And I bought everything they had. I got loads of these, and for a while they kind of just sat and had no interest, and then almost overnight, all of a sudden, they all started like flying out the door. I kept putting the price up a little bit, and they sold really well in the end. I was like, wow. So they were a bit of a slow burner, but in the end they did really well. But it was this particular one. So yeah, £14 for those two, plus postage. The last item from in here is this Kimberly Power Ranger, pink Power Ranger toy, brand new, sealed, £13.99 plus postage, and it's in box B, which is right the way down here in this corner, so I'll grab it off camera in a second. So there it is, last item. It's only a little one, as you can see. Right, let's head down, get all the stuff from downstairs. There's quite a few like fragile items. I've just started bringing the stuff down. I'm going to do the packaging here today just because I'm going to make it nice and comfy, grab a drink, put something good on the telly while I'm doing all the packaging, something Christmassy I think. Yeah, Claire's put this on, came down before and I was like, oh wow, look at that. How cool is that? Yeah, and look, little sneak peek of the Christmas village over here. I'll put a little bit in at the end of the video if you want to stay tuned for that. And I'll be doing a standalone video over on my other channel, like a 5-6 minute video, something like that. And also kind of goes into us setting it all up as well. So I got some last minute packaging materials in over the weekend just to make sure that I have enough to see me through. I think I probably already had enough, but just in case, I got another roll of bubble wrap. I got a load of brown boxes, which are very similar to these eBay, like pinky peachy colour boxes, but they're ones I get from Amazon, and they're about 50p each. Yeah, they're pretty good. They're not quite as strong as these ones, but they're all right. And if there's anybody out there watching who has supplied me with boxes this year, then thank you very much. It is very much appreciated. I worried a little bit when I left my full-time job that I'd struggle for packaging materials. I'd have to pay a lot of money to get it all in and stuff, and that's not been the case at all. I've got a couple of people who keep giving me more and more boxes, and that's all I've needed. So I've got loads here. I've got a storage container outside, and that's got loads in it as well. Next is this small blue Hornsey heirloom jar. I got £24.99 plus postage on this. Is very nice. I really like this colour. Quite rare. If you ever find this blue heirloom colour out there, then it can be good depending on what you have. I've had various pieces over the years. This is just a little mini one. It's just that. I mean, as you can tell from that price, you know, £24.99 for something only that size. As you can imagine, if you had like a large jar, or I think I've had a plant pot before that did quite well. I remember I had a random bowl of this that I bought from the Lake District once that did surprisingly well as well. It's weird how I remember this stuff from years ago, but I can't remember what the hell I had for tea last night. Next is this M&S cookie jar. This one has a little bit of damage, I think, if I remember rightly. Nothing too bad. £19.99 plus postage. I think that's why it's like hung around for a while, this one. Where is it? Is that it? That's a Kersey Allsop one, that. That's also a bit damaged. This Kirsty Allsop stuff, I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't seem to sell like it used to. It used to do really well for me. Like the little mini ones, the little mini houses, and all the stuff that she kind of put a name to. But nah, these days, not so great. The M&S stuff still does well though, just in general. You know, this being an M&S jar. That's why I bought it. Next is this set of plates and saucers, Johnson Brothers Eternal Bow, $29.99 plus postage. This was part of that big bundle of random ceramics I got from a shop, local shop to me, and I got loads of good stuff. Some of it not so good, some of it alright, some of it surprised me, to be honest. And all this stuff, yeah, $29.99. It's an alright price. I mean, obviously, it's quite a lot of packaging involved. But if I worked out price for this, it would be a couple of pounds for the whole lot of this. If that. Probably not even that, actually, thinking about it. Next is this Denby coffee pot. I got $15.99 plus postage on this. I had it up at $19.99, accepted an offer. And I think it's just down here. Next is these little goblets, £19.99 plus postage. I got these from a charity shop for £4 a while back. Next is this Emma Bridgewater mug. I bought a load of these a while back. They sell slow and steadily in the background, $15.99 plus postage on this one. These used to sell for a bit more, but I keep bringing the price down. Still making an alright profit, but not as good as some of the other ones I've had. Next is this. I got £7.50 plus postage on this. Had it up at 10, accepted $7.50. Yeah, it's that one. So next there's a couple of mugs sold. There's this one, went for £9.99 plus postage. This is an M&S Harvard mug. I didn't think this one would ever go, to be honest, because it's pretty kind of ordinary looking. But I'm guessing maybe somebody has a set of them, they've broken one, something like that. And this is the other one, £7.50 plus postage on this. I buy a lot of mugs, so trying to tell you exactly how much I paid for them is nigh on impossible. But generally 50p a pound, maybe £2 to £3 if it's a particularly nice one that I've found. Like, yeah, like £3 maximum, but often 50p or a pound. Yeah, it's very lucky because the other one is literally there. They're stacked on top of each other. What's the chances of that? Oh, there's actually one other item from upstairs which I forgot to get, but I've actually got another one, which is this one here. So I'll show you this one. I'll go and grab it off camera in a minute. But yeah, it's just this. I got £10 plus postage on it, that's all. But I usually pick these up when I see them at boot sales if they're like a pound or less. And yeah, they're kind of unique enough to do that. I don't buy all that much Imagine X anymore, but this one is still kind of cool. So I'll take this inside now so I can get photographs. Maybe somebody will do a last minute purchase of this just before Christmas. Okay, so next we have a few tins. We've got this one. I was asking $19.99 plus postage on it, but I accepted an offer of $15, so it's just here. It's this one. It's from Booths, this one, originally. Oh, it's just nice. Nice design to it. I can't remember if this was part of like the big bundle of tins I got or whether I bought this one separately. And then somebody has purchased this. I had it up at £9.99 plus postage, and I accepted an offer of £6.50 plus postage, and he's actually purchased another tin as well for the same price, which I'll dig out in a second. This one is just here. So there it is. It's quite a bit smaller than I thought. I was looking for a big tin, so it's taken me a little while to find that. So the last item is this. It's a Hornsey little trinket dish. I had one that was the same as this but with different colours on it, and that sold quicker and for more money than this one. This one went for £11 plus postage, and I think I got it as part of a set. I remember the charity shop I bought it from. I think I bought a little set which included these, and just these two more than brought back the money back for the whole lot of ceramics that I got on that occasion. And I would show you, but I can't seem to find it. I'm not sure where this one is. So I'm hoping Claire knows. I'm going to ask Claire when she gets back. I'm sure she'll know. It's definitely in this shed. So I'm going to go get this stuff packaged up, and hope you guys are doing well out there. And I hope your sales, if you're a reseller, I hope your sales have been good. And thank you to everybody who has purchased anything off me this year. If anybody's interested in anything that they see in my videos, go check out my eBay store. There's always a link to it in the description. Go check it out, see if there's anything you like. If you send me an offer, mention that you watch the videos in the offer, in the little notes section of the offer, then I will always do you guys a little bit of a better price. So I'm going to go get all this stuff packaged up. Don't go anywhere yet, because I'm going to put Wednesday's sales in just a second. So it's now 2 days later, and here is what I've sold. We have this Dennis the Menace car, went for $9.99 plus postage. I got this from that church sale earlier in the year. Anybody remember that kind of first boot sale? But it was called a boot sale. It wasn't quite a boot sale. It was like in a little church hall. And then we have this for £8.50. I only paid £1 for that. It was really quite grim. I needed to give it a really good clean. Probably not worth it, that one. Got this little mug here, went for £5.94 plus postage. Had this for a while, this one. I used to do quite well with these boot-shaped mugs and the boot-shaped glasses and stuff, but they don't seem to do quite as well as they used to. Here's a little set of Hornsey, 2 dinner plates, 3 like side plates or salad plates, I guess, for £20 plus postage. This was part of a larger bundle of Hornsey contrasts, which are kind of broken down into little mini bundles. Got a Maui there, £6 plus postage. Obviously, this second Moana film came out recently. Got this Simba brand guitar, £9 plus postage. Got this Monster Jam Dirt Arena, went for £14.99 plus postage. This jigsaw I've had forever, like years. I've actually unlisted it, put it on auction, was going to get rid of it, then I thought I'll put it up again, and like finally now somebody has bought it for £2.99 plus postage, so not a lot. Then as I was grabbing it before, my youngest son saw it and he was like, "What's that?" So I showed him it and he was like, "I want that." After all these years, and he's like, "Yeah, I'll have that." I'm like, "No, it's gone now. Sorry." I've got a little mini Port Merion vase, £13.99 plus postage. I've got this Goosebumps game. I've had this a few times in the past. Last time I had it, I think it went over to somebody in Australia, if I remember rightly. This one went for £29.99 plus postage. I had it up a bit higher than that, accepted an offer. Thank you very much for watching through to this point of the video. In just a second, I'm going to show you a bit of my Christmas village, but if you want the full video, go and check out my other channel, Adventure ASPIN. I hope everyone is doing well out there. I hope everybody has a great Christmas. One of my goals for next year is to get my other channel, Adventure ASPIN, monetized. For that, I need 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'm quite a way off that, but if there's any chance at all, some of you guys could go over there and subscribe. It'd be much appreciated if you could. Watch a few videos. I know even if it's not your kind of thing, if you could still go and take a look, I'd still appreciate it. That's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. I will have one more video coming out at some point over Christmas, but I usually take a little break from videos for a week or two over the Christmas period. So there'll be one more, and then I'll be back in January for lots more videos like this.